6 clear signs that someone toxic is near you. Stoic Philosophy. Have you ever encountered someone whose mere presence drains your energy, manipulates your emotions, or entangles you in unnecessary problems? Unfortunately, negativity does not only exist in myths or movies, it is very much present in our everyday lives. What's even more concerning is that it often operates covertly and is hard to recognize. But don't worry. With keen observation and understanding, you can spot the warning signs to protect yourself. Toxic people don't appear with unusual features, but their actions will reveal their true nature. They know how to manipulate, harm, and exploit your goodwill for personal gain. The good news is that you don't need to be an expert to recognize them. Great Stoic philosophers like Marcus Aurelius left behind valuable lessons to help us identify and cope with the negativity around us. In this article, I will share 6 signs that you are dealing with a toxic person. These insights will help you maintain peace of mind and protect your positive energy. Let's begin the journey of discovery and face the world with wisdom and strength. Are you ready? Let's dive in. 1. Frequent manipulation. Seneca once said, "Those who have many fears will have many things to be manipulated." This is not only a reminder but also a profound warning about the power of manipulation in the hands of toxic individuals. Negative people do not live by honesty or integrity. They thrive by distorting reality and turning lies into their sharpest weapons to control others. I once worked with a colleague whom I initially trusted and even considered a work companion. He always praised me in front of others, making me feel respected and acknowledged. However, what I didn't realize at first was that those compliments were merely a facade. Behind my back, he created false stories, exaggerating my minor mistakes to tarnish my image in front of the superiors. At first, I didn't suspect anything because he always maintained a friendly demeanor. But when the work started to get difficult, I noticed something unusual and decided to confront him. In response, he remained calm, saying that he just wanted to help me recognize my mistakes to improve. His words left me confused and made me start questioning myself, wondering whether I had actually done something wrong. In reality, he wasn't helping at all, but was using me to solidify his own position. This is how manipulation works. It not only makes you lose your bearings, but also slowly erodes your confidence. Manipulative people often target weaknesses, exploiting kindness and trust to control others. They do not build relationships based on sincerity and honesty, but use those relationships to serve their personal agenda. Stoic philosophy teaches that the best way to deal with manipulation is to maintain clarity and master your emotions and actions. Marcus Aurelius emphasized that a truly virtuous person will always help you become independent and stronger, not make you dependent. If you notice someone repeatedly crossing boundaries, disregarding your opinions, or causing you to lose your sense of autonomy, it is a clear sign that you need to distance yourself. Remember, no one has the right to control you unless you allow them. Value relationships built on trust and freedom, and steer clear of those who intentionally exploit you for their own goals. Wisdom, awareness, and self-control are the keys to protecting yourself from manipulation. 2. A charming mask. Epictetus once said, "Appearance, no matter how magnificent, often hides the truth behind it." This reminder serves as a warning about those who hide behind a flawless, charming exterior. They appear with bright smiles, sweet words, and an attractive demeanor, as if everything is perfectly staged. Their presence easily makes you feel respected, cared for, and even special. But when you look deeper, the reality is often completely the opposite. Toxic people know how to use charm as a dangerous tool for manipulation. They gain your trust by cleverly crafting a perfect image. But in reality, it's all to serve their personal agenda. Compliments, concern, or seemingly generous acts are often not born from sincerity, but are simply means to achieve what they want. I once met a friend who seemed to always appear just when I needed him. He listened, shared, and always said things that made me feel understood. At first, I thought I was lucky to have such a friend. But over time, I realized that he only approached me to exploit my connections with others. Every kind gesture from him came with a price, requests, pressure, or even subtle manipulation. Those who wear a charming mask are often very skilled at concealing their true nature. But as Stoic philosophy reminds us, appearances don't always reflect the truth. Don't be captivated by surface-level things. Listen to your intuition and observe how they act in difficult situations. Sincerity does not need to be disguised. And if you feel something is off, perhaps you should trust that feeling. 3. Lying without a guilty conscience. Marcus Aurelius once taught, "Do not do anything if it is not right, and do not speak anything if it is not true." This is a simple but powerful principle to live by. However, for toxic people, the truth seems to have no value whatsoever. They do not lie out of carelessness or necessity, but because lying has become second nature to them, a tool they use to manipulate and control others. Their lies are not random but are usually very intentional, carefully crafted to hide the truth or achieve personal goals. They may fabricate stories to justify their wrongdoings, tarnish others' reputations, or create a false image to gain trust. Worse, they are able to do all of this without feeling guilty, as in their minds, lying has become a means to survive and gain advantage. I once encountered a colleague who appeared very trustworthy, always seeming knowledgeable and eager to help others. Initially, I respected him and learned from him. But over time, I realized that he frequently exaggerated his accomplishments and invented false stories to gain favor with management. When the truth started to surface, he calmly denied everything and even tried to shift the blame onto others. He didn't just harm the reputation of innocent people, but also eroded trust in the workplace. People who lie without a conscience are often very skilled at disguise. They can make lies seem natural and credible. However, the key is not to let these lies shake your own values. Stoic philosophy reminds us that only the truth can withstand the test of time. If someone is frequently dishonest, be cautious and maintain your distance. No matter how appealing the lies may seem, the truth remains the only solid foundation for building lasting relationships. 4. Lack of empathy. Seneca once affirmed, "Human beings are social creatures, not created to live solely for themselves." This statement emphasizes one of humanity's most important traits, the ability to connect, empathize, and support each other in the community. However, for toxic people, empathy is not only unfamiliar but can also be neglected or exploited. They view others as mere tools, existing only to serve their personal interests. These individuals do not understand or care about the emotions of others. They cannot put themselves in another's shoes to feel what they are going through. To them, everything only holds value when it benefits them, and they will gladly exploit anyone to achieve their goals. This may manifest in indifferent actions, a lack of concern, or even words and behaviors that cause harm without any remorse. In personal or work relationships, those lacking empathy often create a cold, disconnected atmosphere. They never genuinely listen, and when you need support or understanding, they might easily overlook it or do something solely for their own benefit. They don't truly care about others' emotions or needs, viewing people only through the lens of exploitation. One clear sign of a person lacking empathy is when you feel they only care about themselves. You may sense that no matter what you do or how hard you try, they show no real interest or compassion. This makes the relationship feel lifeless, and over time, You'll realize these people are only using you to fulfill their own personal objectives, without truly investing in you as a person with unique emotions, desires, and needs. As Stoic philosophy teaches, individuals should live for the common good of society, sharing and helping each other. If someone only thinks of themselves and shows no concern for those around them, it is a clear sign that you are dealing with someone who lacks empathy, and you may be at risk of being exploited. 5. The desire for control. Marcus Aurelius once said, "Your mind is under your control, not the circumstances around you." This statement affirms the ultimate power of each individual to manage their thoughts and emotions, regardless of what happens in the surrounding environment. However, toxic individuals do not respect this control. They have an intense desire to dominate and control every action, emotion, and decision of others to serve their personal goals. These individuals often employ various tactics to infiltrate your thoughts and feelings, manipulating how you act and react. They might begin by manipulating your emotions, making you feel guilty, anxious, or insecure. Then, they create situations where you feel you must rely on them, making you feel powerless without their help or approval. Their ultimate goal is to make you feel as though you have lost your autonomy and must follow their will. A clear sign of those with a desire for control is their constant direction of your life, making you feel as though you have no say in your own choices. They interfere not only with major decisions but also with the small, everyday choices you make, like what you should eat, where, or even how you should feel in specific situations. They may appear friendly and caring, but in reality, every action they take is aimed at fostering dependency and control. These individuals know how to exploit your insecurities, creating confusion and fear, making you gradually lose control over your own life. Stoic philosophy teaches us that true freedom comes from the ability to control our own minds, not allowing circumstances or others to dominate us. When someone attempts to control your thoughts and emotions, it is crucial to be cautious and reaffirm your personal boundaries. 6. Blaming and distracting. Seneca once emphasized, "Truth stands firm without the need for justification," while lies always require complicated stories to sustain them. This quote reflects the nature of truth and lies in life. Toxic individuals, instead of confronting the truth and taking responsibility for their actions, frequently employ the tactics of blaming and distracting to evade accountability and hide their wrongdoings. These individuals are always looking for ways to shift blame onto others or external circumstances when things go wrong, when they make mistakes or cause harm, instead of apologizing or acknowledging their wrongdoings. They redirect the focus onto others, making you feel as if you are the one at fault. They not only avoid responsibility but also attempt to make you feel guilty, even if you haven't done anything wrong, to conceal their improper actions. They often create complicated stories that leave you feeling confused and uncertain about the truth. Every time you try to clarify the issue, they introduce unnecessary details or overwhelm you with counterarguments. This leaves you feeling exhausted and helpless, while they remain unscathed and unaccountable. One of their common tactics is distraction, causing you to lose focus on the real issue at hand. They create side stories or meaningless arguments to prevent you from reaching a true resolution. Their goal is to divert your attention from their misconduct and make you question whether you are in the right. In Stoic philosophy, blaming others or external situations doesn't contribute to inner peace. Instead of searching for someone else to blame, Stoics advise us to reflect on ourselves and learn from our mistakes, not allowing external factors to influence how we think and act.